have you ever been on stage and it didn't go well?
Do you want to hear it? I didn't know you wanted to hear that. Yeah. Here's the thing. When you're doing badly, you never forget when you've done badly.
Right.
Atlanta, now mind you, I've bombed. Every comedian goes through a spell where you have great shows and then you had that one random, but you got to take that L. My worst L was Atlanta, 2006, Uptown Comedy Corner. Lil Duval was hosting a night, right? And this particular night, it was a Tuesday night. And on Tuesday night, they booed, right? And this is, I want to say it's not my fault, but I'm going to tell you what happened. So Duval brings me up. He brings another comedian from Detroit that I was rolling with. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. He goes on stage. His intro was, he was like, ladies and gentlemen, y'all ready for somebody? We got somebody from Detroit. Crowd go crazy because in Atlanta, there's a lot of people from Detroit that live in Atlanta.
Okay.
So everybody's like, I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. He goes on stage. He starts dancing, brings a girl on stage to dance with him. I'm like, fam, just do your joke. He does his first joke. They were like, boo, and just start booing him, right? And I was like, ooh, that was a hard one. Duval gets up. All right, we got another one from Detroit.
Oh, yeah, he made the association. That was bad.
I go on stage. My first joke hits, right? My first joke hits. I'm like, okay. So then I go into my second joke, and it doesn't hit. So I'm trying to get to the third one immediately to get them off the scent. And this dude stood up. He was like, hey, boo, and then the whole room started booing. And the DJ, he hit to the left with gunshots because I was bombing. I remember the outfit that I had on, everything. I never wore that jacket again. And then the next day,
burned it.
It was Griff. Griff had a Wednesday night there, and it was like, it sat like maybe like 500 people. There was 600 people there on Duval's night. There were about 500 people there on Griff's night. So you can see the difference, right?
Right.
This night, they not only booed, but they shake the keys. Griff brings my man up. He goes up. He doesn't dance this time. He just flat out gets the keys, right? He just got the keys. Now he says, we got another one. I'm like, they got to spread this out, bro. They can't just have us. So I go up and I get a standing ovation. It didn't matter because I still remember getting booed the night before. Yeah.
So when you're going through that moment, what's running through your mind? Because actually, so there is a momentum with the crowd.
Yeah.
There's this momentum. If someone does well, then they're in a good mood.
Yeah.
And everybody's happy. They're more receptive to the jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you're bombing, dude, because, when you see a comedian rip, like when they're like killing, you want to go up after them so you can ride that wave of excitement and joy.
Right.
But also, if a comedian bombs before you, you kind of still want to go up depending on how they bombed because you can now kill it because they bombed so badly. But when you go up after somebody who's been booed, you have to be so amazing because you gonna get booed too. And man, but what's in your mind is I got to get out of here.
Right.
And at the time, camera phones weren't connected to the internet. Like we weren't doing social media.
Right.
So nobody saw my boo exist forever. Right. Nowadays, people's boos live on forever.